Hey, what's going on,
Good
everybody?
morning, everyone.
Yeah, Joe here.
Kevin.
We're back with another episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend here, everybody.
Yeah, this show's getting good.
It's getting really good.
Because not only is have we reached yet another low for Rebecca, who
We
keeps
have.
finding new ways to do it impressively, but now we see that Josh is, what we've kind of suspected all along.
Yeah.
Josh is not a great guy.
No, he's not. And I would
He's no
say,
better than her. Yeah,
we have reached a new low for Rebecca, but I would also say that goes for Josh as well.
I think so too. I really did not like Josh at the end of that. And Rebecca, I mean, I get it. Rebecca dumped all of her crazy out at once. I hate to use that word, but you know what I mean. She let out all the she gave him bullet points of all the
Yeah.
terrible things she's done. Like to recap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if she heard it herself or not because it doesn't seem like she did because I felt like she was like outside of herself, just losing it
Yeah.
in her wedding dress.
That was, okay, don't like to use the word crazy, but
Right.
you're right. That was crazy.
That was extreme. Yeah, for
Objectively,
sure.
that was crazy.
Yeah, that was like if a friend that you'd say, "Boy, that was nuts." You know what I mean? We're not
Yeah.
saying crazy like dismiss her or anything because we like her as a person,
Mhm.
and I think the potential for her to be a good person's there. But Josh's reaction of, "Oh, thank God, I'm off the
It's
hook.
not my fault.
I don't have to feel any guilt at all." I'm like, "Oh, dude, you should be feeling an awful lot of guilt for this.
I know.
You left her at the altar to run away from her, and you act like you're the good guy here."
He's kind of been like, he's always been illogical, but at this
Right.
point, it feels like it's like, Josh, you're making no sense.
Yeah, he's always been a child,
Mhm.
but this idea of I don't have to accept any responsibility for the horrible things I do is really not cool.
Instead of them like, it's like their trauma, they're running into their trauma.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean? It's
sure.
like they're kind of shutting down and going into themselves instead of like trying to fix it and blossom.
Right,
It's like the opposite effect, and it's turning them into different people.
right. And remember the episode where Josh proposed, where Doctor Arconian's that her name?
A copian.
Akopian, right? When she was like, "No!" Like she was us
Yeah.
basically watching it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's been kind of white Josh lately too, because he's like,
It's just like,
"Hey
whatever.
Josh,
She's like,
what did she say when you sat down and talked to her about all this?" "I haven't, but I wrote her an email that I almost sent. Shut up and go talk to her right now." That's the he was kind of all of us right then too.
yeah,
It's okay not to marry her because it was all rushed and you don't want to get married and whatever. It's not okay to ghost her. You don't ghost your fiance.
not at all. And
God.
that's insane too.
Yeah, it is. Josh, come on.
I'm curious to see. So they didn't really resolve his like priesthood thing. I wonder if he's still going to try to do that for a while.
Honestly, I felt
until he
like
doesn't.
without the guilt, I think you're right. I think now it's like, well, I don't have to be feeling the responsibility for
Yeah,
any of this, so I'm just going to go out and start dating other women. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
I feel like Josh is letting himself off the hook for everything, including being a priest.
well, it's funny how we were like, just be an usher. In the episode, he's an usher.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
for sure. Well, it's like I want to be a priest, but I just want to look cool wearing the clothes. I don't want to like do all the training and all of the mission work and all the education.
Sacrificing like relationships.
There's
You
a
know?
lot of work, including a lot of high level education that goes into becoming
Yeah,
a. You have to
master's
learn
degree.
Latin.
Yeah, you have to learn Latin. Yeah.
Like, come on, Josh. This is not you.
It's not him, and I think this season very much is going to be about Josh finding himself.
I hope so because he's a wreck right now.
I hope Rebecca finds herself too eventually. Maybe they'll save that for the last season. I don't know.
My assumption from day one has been it's going to take this poor girl 4 years to get her stuff worked through.
It's
And
going to take a while.
and that's where and that's kind of where we are. We use the word crazy when we described how she behaved, but I really do feel like a lot of this that we always want to keep in mind is this is all a process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her new lows are like her trying to work through her stuff, her brain trying to work her through her stuff. A
Absolutely.
lot of wrong turns, a lot of wrong steps, but like it's like stages of grief. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like right now she is she is in a really weird place, but you feel like it's part of her process to start getting where she needs to be.
Yeah. And
You
guys,
stumble. Yeah.
I know that like that sounds harsh, but in real life, if somebody was struggling, we would not call a person crazy. But I think because this is a TV show and it is so out there,
Oh, and
very
it's so
extreme,
funny too, and it's a musical and the songs are great for
and
sure.
the title's called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend,
Right.
it's okay for us to call her crazy. Now, in real life, if somebody was going to all these extreme things, like
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, that's a cry. This is all a cry.
it's
for
a cry
help.
for help, but it's still if somebody emailed you their poop, came to like
or mailed you poop. Yeah, that would be terrible.
yeah, mailed you the poop, yelled at you in a church full of people in a wedding dress, I feel like any sane person would be like, is she crazy?
Right. Well, she definitely is as out there. But at the same time, I feel bad for her.
I
I
do
do
feel bad for her. Of course you do. You've seen
because it's
all
real.
of her.
Yeah, I mean, this show is a comedy, a musical comedy, but it's exploring very real trauma and a real. Her dad alone at the wedding. Her dad
Yeah.
like, you're nuts,
Dad of the
dismissing her. Yeah, the guy's asking her for money. That's why he showed up. The guy's garbage.
Yeah.
So I really do feel for Josh bailing on their wedding. That's not on her. Even,
that one's not on her.
Even if she was being withholding about what was his name? Robert?
Robert.
Yeah, even if she was being withholding there, that was a let's talk about it moment, not a, well, I guess I'm going to go be a priest moment and leave her at the altar.
I also feel like she didn't have to talk about it if she didn't want to. It's a personal, it's a past trauma.
Sure.
It's a big deal. She, got kicked out of school for it, but at the same time, like, she should have been like, hey, Josh, it's a part of my past that I just really don't want to talk about. It's over. It's done with. It's handled. I don't want to talk about it.
Right. I mean, she needed to do more than lie to him like she did.
She shouldn't have lied to him.
She just lied like it was a pet or something stupid like that. I've been okay with that. But Josh, being the guy who's about to marry her, does have the right to ask, too.
No, if you're sharing your life.
Right. Like, hey, is this a thing I need to know about?
Yeah.
Because
marriage is so much more than just about, like, it's sentimental. It's about, like,
right.
Joining of two families, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's a financial thing too.
Yeah, it is. But I do think you're right. I think she could have been like, it was a past boyfriend, it was a train wreck. I don't really want to get into it, and you probably just take that. You know what I mean? Me as a person, I'd be like, oh, okay, so
bad deal.
This is an embarrassing thing for you. Okay, yeah. I got it.
Exactly.
Is he a part of your life now? No, then okay.
Not coming back. Fantastic.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. Every person that gets into a relationship with somebody has to deal with that,
and everybody has that.
Everybody has that.
18 has somebody in their past that they're just going to try to avoid.
Right. It doesn't have to be a situation that they're hanging out. Like, hey, by the way, this is my ex, and we're best friends, and he comes over all the time. Whoa. That might be a different conversation.
Yeah, so and I are just going to hang out for a few hours.
Right. My ex-fiance and I are going to a movie. What?
Yeah.
You're not. No, you're not. You're not.
You send us money for a pizza?
Yeah, exactly. I have a date tonight. All right, guys, before we move on, sorry we've been rambling here, but this show is so compelling. We do want to welcome one Patreon subscriber for the last 2 days. So, Geronimo, or is it Geronimo? It may be a soft G.
Soft G.
Thank you and welcome. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, we love having you guys here.
And for those of you guys watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you don't mind hitting that like button for us, leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you think of this complex situation. How do you feel about the show? How do you feel about Rebecca? What's your take?
Right, and I'm kind of curious too what people think about the idea of. Because I know it is reductive and even sexist to call a woman who's being crazy, but at the same time, how best do you describe this? Because this is extreme behavior for sure.
It's extreme.
I mean, I know it's not that we're using it because we don't have the technical clinical vocabulary to deal with it better. How should this be addressed?
But it is a satire.
It is a satire. It's a satire. It's supposed to be out there for sure.
But for those of you guys that do want to stay up to date with all the new episodes of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and everything else we have coming your way, sorry for the word flub there, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and all the other stuff that we're watching, including all the rest of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, please check out the link to our Patreon in the description below. We are obviously unable to share any music with you, but if you're watching on Patreon, you can you can watch along with us and catch the reactions to the amazing music as well. Because wasn't last episode where we had like 5 songs?
5 songs.
It was a very musical hit. It was great. I went back and watched Tim's song again.
Yeah, Tim's song was amazing.
The buzzing from the bathroom. Mwah, pure art.
Oh my god, I told him everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I told him everything.
Yeah.
You told Josh all the shady lying crap that you did, and you did some crazy things, bro. Even I'm surprised, and I'm you. The things that you told Josh are unforgivable. And once he tells your friends, oh, they are all gonna be
this
done
is what
with you.
This is her internal monologue.
You're about to sue him?
Oh my god, that would come up in court.
Big time. To defend himself. You handed him his defense with that rant in the church.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, you're right. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Don't call me crazy.
She's yelling at herself.
Crazy. Yeah.
Why are you anxious about this?
Nathaniel.
There's no need to be anxious. It's easy. Just call off the case. Let sleeping Chan's lie. It's fine.
That ever since the love making, the sex making, I haven't heard from you.
Yeah, okay, so, sorry, I
like
need
a
to
last
drop
minute
the
thing.
case.
Oh, wow, it's not. Never mind.
Yeah, right.
I was wrong again.
What?
Tell her the truth.
The lead on this, which I so appreciate. But I was looking over some of the filings last night, your filings.
Yeah.
And cute, and like I see the effort behind it.
Oh my god, this is horrible.
She's blaming Paula for this
Why
not
are
working.
you blaming Paula?
It's like you just not as strong as you've got.
I thought it was good stuff, and I was wrong, and I'm super embarrassed.
This sucks,
and I feel
man.
really stupid. No, don't feel stupid. Don't feel stupid.
That's so messed up.
Yeah,
Now
she
that's a
just,
smart idea.
dumped all that on Paul.
Why would you
Like,
put
it's
that kind of
okay.
insecurity on
Move
somebody
on.
who's new at this?
Right? We're done.
Done.
Yeah.
You're done. Get it? You're done with college.
What?
I'm not a great bursar. I should have noticed this earlier. You've taken every course we have, all of them. You
Oh
took
my God.
men's hockey twice.
Of course I did.
Once you
Was she
finish
like
marine
30?
biology next week, you will be graduating.
No. No, I'm a student.
Spread your wings. You're about to fly.
I like that they're tackling this aspect.
Right, for sure.
What do you do after college?
Yeah.
You've hired and fired me numerous times. I've failed you at basically everything you've ever asked me to do.
Does this lead anywhere other than you're fired again?
Oh.
I bring a lifelong experience in rejection.
What are you talking about?
I've been through this, okay? And I know how to get you back in there when you're being ignored and rejected.
This is not rejection. Okay, I don't get rejected.
You're going to ask her out on another date. Then you're going to make sweet, sweet love to her. And then you leave. You do not
Oh my
call.
God.
Oh my God. Really.
And
But I mean, he's not wrong about, like, he's chasing her and she's blowing him off
Yeah.
because of it. We've seen that with her.
Oh, big time.
Stuff was all really strong.
It might, yeah,
What is
it might be
wrong
time
with
for
you? I mean,
inpatient
you're
treatment
fine.
again. You know what I mean?
What?
Yep.
You got an alert and you were so busy making your best friend question her self-worth.
I
God.
have decided to leave the priesthood.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's right, everyone. Church is out of session for me. I'm coming home.
Oh.
If you want to get all the scoop, head on over to home base for happy hour today. I'm gonna lay it all out for you.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
So we're gonna tell people Josh has a tumor?
No. If he tells people what happened in the church, it won't matter, because no one will believe him. Me? Follow me. I want to do the case and the article.
Is she going to call him a liar in the magazine article?
You said the case stunk. We need to get Josh, and we need to get him now.
You're a manipulator.
Oh, she is so a
should
manipulator.
we take another look at these case filings, though?
Do we have some inspirational musical theater song right now? I just future hold.
Oh my God, she looks so sad.
I know.
I love it.
We are massive fans of the corset.
Oh,
You're
man,
right. She's
such
going to go through with it right
huge
here.
fans. And
Yeah.
we really think that this story is going to inspire a whole new generation of female attorneys. And the most important thing people need to know is that he's a liar, and that anything that comes out of his mouth is a lie because he's a
Paul's
lying
put it
liar
together.
man.
Paul, yeah.
I have an itemized list of all the lies right here.
Itemized list.
What is that? Is that Exhibit R? No, it's Exhibits L and D for lies and deception.
I mean, is that why you were afraid to file the case and go public earlier?
Yes, that's why. But it doesn't matter now because we're doing the case.
Hard to like a pathological liar out to destroy other people right now, isn't it? Josh isn't great, but
Like-
this is really unlikable. Really gross of her.
We feel bad for her, but
I
at the
do.
same time, it's like...
This is terrible.
Fine, what's your problem?
Okay, so my stupid college is forcing me to graduate.
Stupid
Oh my
college.
gosh, congrats, Mazel.
No, it's no mazel. I don't want to graduate.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Literally the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is the worst.
All right, you don't want to graduate, so, just fail the class and you can stay.
Murder my starfish? Oh.
No.
She doesn't have a central nervous system, so it wouldn't hurt, but she does have 5 eyes that look into my soul.
Oh my God.
Better than I imagined.
Don't date this toxic man. Stand up to the patriarchy, one Josh at a
I
time.
knew Josh was a jerk because he ditched Rebecca, but he's also a homophobic Holocaust denier.
Oh my God.
Some of it, not all of it.
Nobody's gonna believe anything he says ever again.
Oh my God, really? You think so? Because that'd be great. I mean, that'd be great because he's a liar, and it's been really hard and horrible, but...
Say yes,
He's
you
fly.
idiot.
Okay. Oh, actually, fine. See you then, 8 p.m.
What up, y'all? Ooh, ooh. My bros. White Josh and Hector and Chris.
Oh, God.
Yeah, baby.
What's wrong?
I'm not a fan of Josh, but this
Are
was
you
too far.
mad because I left the priesthood? I mean, you guys told me to come home.
No.
Josh, we just read a crazy article about you. What is going on, dude?
What article? What are you talking about?
Read this.
Guys, you know me. I would never do or say these things.
I don't know, Josh. It's on the internet. It's probably true.
I know the truth. Yesterday, she came up to seminary in her wedding dress. She told me the craziest stuff I've ever heard. Becca's crazy and basically a criminal mastermind, too. I bet you all have cameras all over you.
Okay, now you've gone too far.
The only person who sounds crazy right now is you.
Dang.
So please leave, Joshua.
But I have given her the benefit of the doubt so many times when she felt guilty about the bad stuff she does. I'm not there now. A 3-year-old could see what she was doing was terrible. I don't care about her guilt right now. She is not a good person.
That's pretty messed up.
I'm at that point with her now that I don't care about how bad she feels. How about you tell her the truth and see what she says?
I just want to thank you for supporting me.
Oh!
You know, through all this.
Jesus.
You're a great friend. Thank you. Really think I'm a role model?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, no! Oh, I forgot about
Not
that.
the crazy one.
Well, you might be. Calm down. Hold on a second, buddy.
I'll say 30. He's probably just a little late, that's all.
Oh, Nathaniel. Why do I feel bad for him?
I'm sorry. When I'm in this kind of mood, I know what I need to do.
We getting a Nathaniel song? Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He does have the big zoo cup.
That was like a Lonely Island sketch.
That was amazing.
That was like, I can see like Andy Samberg being
right?
like, why did we think of that?
She's trying to ruin my life, so now I need to know what's in there.
Then you need to open it, Josh.
This whole like role model thing, I could get used to it. Like I just woke up to an email from, wait for it, Sally Jesse Raphael's people.
Right, so I guess I'm gonna have to graduate.
And I'm gonna be the face of a groundbreaking lawsuit. I mean, I'm gonna.
She's
need
being
new
so
feminist
terrible
men,
right now.
This is more than sex and power. This is something else.
That's love, buddy.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I think I like her.
Okay, okay.
Can you come down to the office? Oh, and for now, it's probably best if you don't talk about this with her.
Paula, Robert is not a dog.
I drove through traffic for Robert is not a dog.
Paula, why don't you have a seat? This is a restraining order that he was granted after Rebecca tried to burn down his apartment.
Wow.
Oh, that's why they don't know about it was sealed.
Now, instead of prison, she was sentenced to a psychiatric hospital.
It's like we never really knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah. Big time.
I'm here to tell you that there are feelings inside of me that are pertinent to you.
Huh?
What a terrible way to put that. Yeah.
I feel things for you.
Oh God! Oh, that's what this is. Listen.
Get out of town. I'll call my jet, tell him to fuel up, and we'll go away together.
No, go away together. No. Right. Let's do it. Can you grab my bag?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you for saving me. You're like my knight in shining armor. Right?
Rebecca, wait. We need to talk about this.
Oh god, they're all there.
Wow. Standing there like,
Well, certainly running away to Rome isn't the right answer.
we gotta unpack this.
Oh my god, there was so much going on there.
Okay, so I'm kind of. I want to know what happens. I want to know what happens because I want to know if Josh was like, hey, everything she said was a lie.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he just like brought up the whole Robert thing because if he didn't say, hey, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, I'm not Holocaust.
All the stuff that's public about him right now needs to be cleaned up. Like I'm not a Josh fan, but nobody deserves that.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not a Josh fan because. Really, it's because of like what she did. I'm not want to blame her for everything, but like really because what she did to him. I feel like she kind of rubbed off on him in the wrong way, and a lot of the reasons he wanted to become a priest was because of her.
Right.
She did ruin his relationship with Valencia.
Yeah, but I mean, it was probably a bad relationship anyway to kind of expose. I mean, these are very. I agree with you, but these are really complicated issues. What I will say is that she has been gaslighting and manipulating him.
She changed his life
since day one.
She changed his life
for sure. I'm with you 100% on that. Now, some of it's. I mean, I don't want to excuse Josh's role in all of that,
not at all.
but you're right. She's been a terrible influence on him, and he has rolled with it. And he's not the sharpest guy, so he couldn't pick up on any of it. But you're right. There was a lot of manipulation there, like a lot of dishonesty and manipulation. And she's been a victim through all of this too, and you do feel sorry for her. But man, is she like this episode? She was at her worst because she was completely okay doing horrible things.
Terrible.
In the interest of saving herself.
Literally. So if she hasn't ruined his life already, she tried to in this episode.
She tried to ruin every relationship he has or is ever going to have.
Not even just like
friends, romance, family, everything.
Jobs.
His parents could read that,
exactly, dude. I mean, and like even like what Kevin said in this episode, not you, Kevin, other Kevin in the show.
Right.
It's on the internet, so it must be true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of the mindset today,
And it is, right.
And man, and then like the fact that she's just gonna go away after that.
Right. Well, I think you know how I've kind of said like we have the outside good characters
Yeah.
to kind of give perspective.
Mhm.
The fact that Father Bra sat there and was like, "This is actually a big deal, man." You know, it was on Josh's side. You know, is that outside observer?
Yeah.
As a smart one, is like, yeah, Rebecca's really out there right now.
Big time.
And you know, I think it's important the show had Josh didn't run to Paula, right?
No.
It was important that he went to Father Bra for advice from a smart person who said none of this is okay.
Father Bra is a smart person. He's
very has been from day one.
Yeah. I don't know what the relationship with Daryl and Valencia and Paula is going to be going forward. But
For any of them.
But I mean, like, they came looking concerned.
Right. So it might be, you're right, it might be just that, Robert.
Intervention.
It might be like, hey, you might actually need to start taking your mental health seriously, finally.
Even if they know about everything.
Right.
Knowing the Robert thing, that's going to be like, hey, you need to go get
you need help. She's repeating the same kind of patterns.
And they do care about her. I mean,
Right.
we spent 3 seasons building relationships with these people. Of course they're going to care. They're going to feel like,
right,
what is wrong with you? But at the same time, they're like, we need to get you help.
Well, I agree with you. I think when they came in, they did look concerned. I don't think they came in to attack her. I think it's like, okay, honey, I can. You really do need
We're all here
to take care of yourself. Yeah, you need to take care of yourself. This kind of reminds me of John Mulaney, you know, talking about his drug intervention and like everyone like, we need to get you into treatment right now.
Exactly.
And I feel like you're right. Intervention is a good word for it. I feel like they're all there to be like, hon, we're not here to attack you for any of it. We're here to help you get the help you need. And that's where I'm at with her because, like I said, in this episode, she was really hard to hang with. You know what I mean? Like, as hard as I've ever felt, like as off-put. This is as off-put as I've ever felt about Rebecca. This episode.
She seemingly has no bottom.
Right.
I would say this is as close to the bottom as we can.
It might be. This might be it. You know what I mean? Now that the intervention could be happening, we might finally be at rock bottom. Maybe.
I think we said that in season 2 when she broke Greg's intervention.
Oh, we said
his AA meeting.
Right. We said several times she's at rock bottom and have been wrong every time.
I don't see how it can get lower than this. I just don't. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't just the fact that she went out to destroy Josh's life. What got me, like, then it was like, oh, this is gross. Yeah. Like, you need to back off. When I got upset with her, like really upset with her, is when she was walking around feeling proud about herself and calling herself a role model for doing it.
Crazy.
That I was like, oh my god, you are so hard to like right now. You know what I mean? It was that hypocritical patting herself on the back that made me that really got me off the wagon. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Before you jump on our throats about that, you know that's the show's intention.
The show was
intended to do that.
Right? Yeah, it's a brilliantly written show from start to finish. Everything has been done very well in this show to really make you think about this stuff. And I feel like you're right. I feel like the show has been like for 2+ seasons now. It's been like for each person watching, we're going to find a new moment to where we're going to see where you get off of. I'm on Rebecca's side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's going to be different for different viewers, right? Because it's been doing this the whole way, like ticking down. And
it's an escalator.
It is.
It really is.
And for me, it wasn't even the lying to the magazine, although that really upset me, like many things she's done have. But I was really like, I'm done with you, at the point where she was like, I'm a role model, and won't listen to Heather because she's so busy talking about what a role model she is. I'm like, you just did something so gross and think that you're amazing for it that I cannot be with you. My personal feelings are, you can be as out there as you know as you want. You can do whatever you want. There is no right or wrong lifestyle until you start taking joy in hurting other people.
Yeah.
And I feel like Rebecca is now enjoying hurting somebody else.
Big time.
And that's when I'm like, whoever. You know, friends, family, strangers, celebrities, whoever. I am out of your corner when I see you enjoying hurting other people.
That's messed up.
It is.
And honestly, if I was in Josh's shoes, which I would never be.
Right, yeah.
But if I was in Josh's shoes, I would not have called Paula. You know, I would have called a lawyer. I would have lawyered up so hard, and I'd be like, "Look what I have."
I think he did the right thing going to.
He did the right
Father
thing
Bra,
for
because Father Bra is like someone he trusts to give him good advice, even when he doesn't listen to it.
To clear his name, though,
right?
I don't know how you clear your name without legal.
No,
legal
you're 100% right. You have to continue with the lawsuit, and you have to drag her in front of a lawyer and depose her under oath about all the stuff she said in that article.
And even then, it's too late.
Right.
All that info about you's out there.
Yeah, no one cares. But it needs to be, at least your friends need to know, look, she had to say under oath, I made all of that up to make myself look better.
God, it's so horrible.
Yeah, but again, it's kind of like Rupert, you know, on Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
The reason that I feel like Rupert's irredeemable was because how much fun he had torturing Rebecca, hurting her, making her cry.
Rebecca, yeah.
Yeah, another Rebecca. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't like this guy because he's taking too much joy in hurting someone else.
Yeah, he's a sadist almost.
Exactly, and that's what Rebecca was here. You are enjoying hurting Josh.
She's in her
way too
villain
much.
stage.
And yeah, like super villain at this point.
Villains are not cool.
Right.
Like, villains are not cool.
Right. And now, I know the show's still going on and she's our protagonist. I know I'm going to like Rebecca again. I know she's going to redeem herself at some point.
Yeah.
But I am okay saying right now that I am way off your side. You know?
And then poor Nathaniel, which is ironic that we're saying poor Nathaniel. He almost killed somebody last episode. He's in her corner and he has no clue.
Yeah, he just doesn't know what's going on. And can we once again, now that we're in the post talk, give a shout out to I Go to the Zoo?
I take my ass right down to the zoo.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Oh my god!
I just like the R&B style of the song about what an introspective. Right? Yeah, he's talking about doing lines with girls at the club and stuff. And his Rari.
I go to the zoo down in San Diego. It's such a better zoo.
Apparently, it is a great zoo. I've never been in San Diego Zoo, but it's got a reputation.
That was like straight Lonely Island.
Oh, it was amazing.
Saturday Night Live, like it was perfect. Like that is my favorite song. Besides the Greg and Rebecca hookup song,
right?
Or even the sexy Getting Ready song, classic. The Zoo song is now it's the king of the show. So
there are so many bangers on this show that I could go back to.
I was shaking, like literally, I was laughing so hard I had tears and I couldn't breathe. That was amazing.
Greg and Josh's send-off song with Josh.
The Blank Show.
No.
We tapped
that ass.
Yeah.
I love that one. That's a pretty high point for me. You Ruined Everything by Rebecca is a high point for me. But I gotta tell you, man, I Go to the Zoo was perfection.
I'm sweating still.
Oh my god, yeah. That was like I had tears in my eyes with that for sure.
I'm gonna have to run that back later and just watch that clip because it's so funny.
We should see if they have an explicit version of that.
Oh my god, I would watch that 20 times.
Right? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh god, that was so good.
So Nathaniel is my favorite at this point right now. He's the best. He's
right.
The man.
I do think while Josh is horrible, and I'm not on Josh's side at all, I was for this episode.
Yeah,
because
sure.
If anyone was a victim in this 45 minutes, it was Josh for sure.
And we can't be too mad at him because ostensibly he's a child.
Yeah, he's a toddler.
You know, and so like he's not going to grow. I mean, he might. I don't know. He might grow, but at the same time, it's like he's not helpless. But at the same time, it kind of feels that way because of how dumb he is.
Well, I remember on Patreon, Miss Nancy Pants referred to him as a himbo, and like that is a perfect description of Josh.
Shouts Miss Nancy Pants.
Miss Nancy Pants. That is a perfect description of Josh. He is just a dumb himbo.
Yeah.
He means well. He's a little gross sometimes, like when he let himself off the hook for his part in all of this. But he was. You cannot argue that he was the victim in this episode, and Rebecca was the villain.
It's like
for sure.
He was gross for letting himself off the hook, but the big picture now, it's like
I can't hate him right now because of that. Because of what she did to him here was inexcusable, and the fact that she was having so much fun with it made it so much worse.
And he did the right thing.
He did. He went to the right person.
He did.
And now he kind of because really when Paula came in, it was Father Rob that called her, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, here's what we need to do. We need to get. I think he is arranging an intervention for Rebecca. He called Paula because Paula's Rebecca's best friend. I don't think it was like, let's destroy her back.
No.
I think it was, your friend needs help, like real help.
Like really bad.
Yeah. I'm excited that may be where we are going forward because Rebecca has some work to do to get me back on board with her for sure. She was pretty gross.
It's a pretty big moment for it only being the third episode of the season.
We got a big season here, don't we?
They've got a lot of ways to go now.
A lot of ways
to go. They could take her to treatment. They could have her deflect and just go to Rome with Nathaniel. I don't know.
Or she could go to treatment and start getting better, but do what she always does, what most people do, backslide.
Relapse.
Relapse. It is. It really is. It's like being an alcoholic. It is relapse. That's a great word for it.
I mean, we didn't even address in the recap that she's talking to herself.
Yeah, she was out loud.
Loud in the bathroom
public.
at work.
Yeah,
packing her bags, talking to herself. That is so dark.
She needs super help. Yeah,
she's like Gollum.
Yeah,
she's
going once a week to therapy and ignoring her therapist is not going to do it for her. She needs a lot.
Well, we forget in the first episode she was dumping pills down.
Yeah, she got rid of her medication. Right. Yeah,
that's oh my god. What
you don't do that, right? Yeah,
like,
exactly. And what's the reaction going to be to your body and your mind? That's tough. I guess we'll see you going forward, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.